Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your support. Today, we're going to get to know a charming fella. Two-time failed Republican Sarasota City Commissioner, current U.S. Congress candidate, and MAGA knobhead Martin Hyde. Rumor has it he's dropping out of this current campaign as the result of the incident we're about to react to. Of this current campaign, his mission statement, and I'm repeating this in really big air quotes, I was prepared to use my limited resources to mount a congressional campaign based on equality as opposed to elitism. Well, we're about to see a whole lot of elitism and very little equality. But it's kind of par for the course. This wouldn't be the first time he's contemplated ending his political aspirations to office. He's got a penchant for racism, elitism, and just jerkism, and such a love affair going on with his boot that he can't seem to keep it out of his mouth. So let's get this party started. Buckle up. Here we go. Thank you so much for joining me. I had to share this with you. We're going to react to this together. If you haven't seen it yet, then yay. If you have seen it, then you can watch it again with my unique perspective. I am the sister of a retired police officer, and this is a politician. I believe they're in Florida. I will put the details in the comment section. But this gentleman has just been pulled over because he was speeding and he was texting. He's apparently running for public office there. He has done some work with the police department, so he knows everyone. This is not a personal judgment. The man considers himself a bigwig and entitled to not follow laws that the rest of us schleps have to. So let's go ahead. Let's just go ahead and get started.
You were on your phone texting while you were doing that. That was at Euclid and Fruitvale.
You don't need to point at the officer.
I'm not pointing at you. I'm pointing in the direction where it was.
I'll just call the chief. How's that?
Go right ahead, sir. Can I see your license?
Right?
Yes, sir, I do. Can I see your license, registration, insurance, please?
You gonna do this?
Yes, sir.
I just called the chief, he said. That's his first thought when he gets pulled over. And then he asked the officer, are you really going to do this?
I'm sorry? I still have a job to do, sir.
Yeah, but what's your name?
Officer Beskin is going to be on the citation. Can I see your insurance, registration, and your license, please? Sir, can I have your paperwork, please? 7 years, sir. Can I see your registration, please? You're not going to give me your registration, sir.
You arrest me?
I'm asking you if you're going to produce me with your registration. You don't have it on you?
Look, go call the chief. Tell him how rude you just been to me. Play with this video.
Okay.
Then you call Marlon Brown. Then you call the mayor.
Okay.
They're not okay, though.
Have you called the mayor? He's getting pulled over for speeding. Have you called the mayor? Oh, this isn't a Karen.
I'm telling you what to do.
Okay, sir. Are you refusing to produce your registration? I'm asking you if you have your registration.
You're making career decisions. Why are you
sir.
doing this?
You're making career decisions. How dare you pull me over? Don't you know who I am?
Sir, because you were speeding and you were texting.
Says what? Where's your video?
All right. Hang tight.
What a tool.
Call the supervisor.
call the supervisor.
I just spoke to
He sounds like a sovereign citizen. I want to talk to your desk manager. I want to talk to your supervisor. Get me a deputy. What a tool. What an entitled buffoon.
your boss. That's not okay.
You want your paperwork?
Is it your Russian immigrant status that makes you talk to people like this?
It's on 14-6.
Call
Treat
Super.
people like this.
14 dispatch, can you have my supervisor respond, please?
Yeah. And then we'll see who goes.
Oh yeah, we'll see.
You don't want your paperwork?
You don't have a warrant.
Sir, you're going to be
I'm
issued
not
a
interested in
citation.
anything.
I'm not going to take your tickets, but I don't want you to put them in my car because you don't have a warrant. Take the tickets. Take them. What is wrong with you?
You have to say. I'll wait for the supervisor.
You can wait for the supervisor, but I'm going to go through what I need to go through.
No, I'm not interested.
All right, you are going to be issued a
There's
citation.
the registration.
Well, you've been already issued a
no.
citation for that.
Now he wants to give her the registration.
For failing to produce your registration.
All
All right, sir, you're going to be issued a citation 57 and a 40 for speeding. Your fine is 256. Information in the back. You're going to have an option to plead guilty, an option to plead not guilty, and an option to take a safe driver's course. If you qualify for the course, it will reduce your fine and it will reduce your points. If you decide to go ahead and do that, just make sure you do it prior to submission of payment.
You know what he said about you? You want to hear what he said about you?
He could say all he wants about me. I got a job to do, sir.
You know what he said about you?
If you fail to
Had you
complete,
before like this,
okay.
and he's going to have you again.
He's talking about a conversation he had with the police chief. You know what he said about you? He said he's had you before about this, and he's going to have you again. What does that mean exactly? Why would the police chief be having this kind of discussion with a civilian about one of his police officers? This is a little disturbing to me. Well, I mean, this entire incident is extremely disturbing to me because this guy is acting like the worst entitled jackhammer.
And that's fine.
It's not fine. Why do you keep saying it's fine?
Sir,
I'm a law-abiding citizen, and you've been bloody.
I'm a law-abiding citizen. I was just speeding and, texting on my phone, and I know those are against the law, but I'm law-abiding, damn it.
Rude to me.
if you decide to go ahead and do the course, just make sure you do a prior to submission of payment, as they do
You think you're winning?
require a certificate of
Do you?
completion. If you sign up for it, you must complete it, otherwise they will go ahead and suspend your license. You are going to be issued a citation for texting and driving. Okay? You are going to be issued a citation for
2022.
texting and driving. Your fine is $116. Information in the back. You're going to have an option to plead guilty and an option to plead not guilty. You are going to be issued a citation for failure to provide your registration upon request. Your fine is $116. Information in the back. You can plead guilty or not guilty.
You're lying.
Green paper.
Give them the citation. You're
Green
lying.
paper tells you
Why
you
are
have
you
30
lying?
days to replay.
Why are you lying?
You have
What is she lying about? What is she lying about?
30
Why
days to
are you
reply.
lying?
Your payment options are on the green form.
Here's a simple question. Why are you lying?
Phone number on the bottom in
When your
case you have any
supervisor
questions. When my supervisor comes, I'll wait for him with you if you like me to. Your citations are over there. You can
have to
accept
wait.
them.
You have
I
to
will wait. I will wait, but I will wait in my car.
Don't
There you go.
You have the bad.
She's being nothing but professional. Do any of us like to be pulled over by the police for speeding or going through a yellow light that turned red? I'm not saying that I know what that feels like. But nobody wants this. How is acting like the worst kind of person? Like you're entitled to special treatment. Like you're above the law to this police officer. What is that going to get you? Well, it got him quite a bit of unnecessary attention, but that was completely up, up to his choice.
Sir, step back into your car or stand on the sidewalk so you don't get hit by a vehicle. It's for your safety. 14 radio, can I have another unit respond? Sir, stand over there. It's for my safety and for your safety. Sir?
Because I'm about to kick your
10-4,
ass.
the driver being extremely uncooperative.
I'm about to put my boot where the sun don't shine, buddy. I got some pepper spray. I know how to use
Yes, Sarge.
6142 to 6715, are you anywhere closer?
I can't. He won't let me leave until a supervisor shows up. Martin Hyde. I just gave him 3 tickets.
Okay.
Yes. Bye. Speeding 57 and a 40, texting while driving, and failure to produce his registration because he told me I could look it up. And he's gonna have my job. Everything is on camera.
Sorry about this. I still don't. Okay.
Are you still waiting for a supervisor or are you leaving?
Reggie, I'm just coming now.
Okay. Very good.
By the way, he's a friend of mine.
I'm sorry?
I'm aware of that situation.
Okay.
I'm on my way over there.
You know Pat Robertson, right?
Yes, I do, sir.
Why are you doing this?
Because I have a job to...
Oh, here. Let me drop names to intimidate you.
do, sir. Nobody's above the law.
No one's above the law. You have to have some degree of respect for law-abiding.
That degree of respect started the moment I walked up to your car, sir.
Nobody's above the law, so respect for you would be you get to be above the law and she just looks the other way? Is that what I'm seeing here?
You knew exactly what you were doing and you made a mistake.
If that is your feeling, you are more than welcome to fight the citations in court.
I'll fight the citation. I'll
Okay.
fight your employment.
Okay. You're more than, you're an influential person.
Very.
You can go ahead and do that.
Yes, I can.
I'm very influential, thank you very much.
Okay.
Why not just say you're sorry?
Because I did nothing wrong, sir. I was doing my job, but I am going to ask you either to sit in your car or step on the sidewalk because I don't want either one of us getting hit. Okay. Sir, I have nothing more to say to you, sir. You're requesting my supervisor. You can have the conversation with them now. It's on for the other unit just arrived. Sarge Frangione is on his way.
Okay.
Speeding 57 and a 40. Texting while driving. Failure to produce his registration when I asked. He told me I could look it up.
You know who he is?
Yes.
You know who
Yes.
he is. Even the other cop is like,
So you're just gonna stay by beside him, or is that what,
He already got cited.
oh, he has already.
Yes.
So he's just
From the moment I woke up.
just waiting for.
He's waiting for supervisor, and I guess he spoke to Frangione, so Frangione is on his way. Bobby just pulled up. Bobby, you don't have to step out. Sarge is on his way. I'm recording. I'm not
what's
muting
the
anything. Apparently because I gave him a citation 57 and a 40, I gave him texting and driving and failure to produce his registration. Yes, I do know who he is.
yes, I do know who he is. I can't know who this Frangione
We're
is.
going to make sure that she pays the price for being disrespectful. And I just wanted you to witness it and know that the registration was right there, and she deliberately chose to write the ticket. She came
When I
up,
asked
she
you for
said,
the registration, you told me
there's
to
a
look it
video
up
of so
because
be
you
quiet.
did not have
There's a
it.
video of what you said.
There is.
Frangione
I've
is
got
a
video of what you said. Right?
Yep.
What she said was,
Frangione is the Sarasota police sergeant, Anthony Frangione. I guess that's who they're waiting for.
And he told me it's my Russian
I write
personality.
your citation. She went right back. She never said anything. She went straight back. I denied the so she straight back. I've lived here for 25 years.
Sergeant, if we could take this on the
I've got
sidewalk.
no interest in listening to you, young lady.
I was talking to my sergeant. Sergeant, if you don't mind, if we could step over off the road onto the sidewalk.
Yeah, for fuck's sake.
You can go to the station. Yep, go to the station. Hey, Martin. Yeah, I have to leave it on.
All right, so here's the
Oh
thing.
my God! Do you have to leave that on? This man, please don't vote for him. Florida, Sarasota, do not vote for this man. This man has no interest in democracy. I think he would be much more comfortable in a kleptocracy somewhere where he just he can just control everyone he wants. He's so filled with power. He's having a massive temper tantrum that he's calling multiple police officers the chief of police because of a speeding ticket. What a jerk.
She lied about the cell phone thing. She lied about I don't know, the speed. I could care less. She'd give me the ticket all day long. I could care less about that. And then I gave her the registration. And she before we registered.
Oh, you freaking liar. Oh, he's a freaking liar. Oh, this is the politician. He wants to run for office. Now we know he's a big, fat, stupid liar.
Registration. It's in the car there somewhere. She goes off, she writes me a ticket, she brings me back a citation. I said, there it is.
Okay.
And she still gives me it.
Okay. All right.
She's being funny. And the thing is, I appreciate that. I back you guys left, right, and center.
I understand that. I do. I trust me. I do
And
know
I
that.
don't expect better treatment, but I don't expect worse treatment. If that
You got equal treatment. You got equal treatment. You didn't want that either. And what is up with this police officer kissing his royal butt? What is up with this? This is not okay. You don't sit there and lick his boots, Mr. Officer.
that's how you treat people, that's unacceptable.
I understand.
If that's how you treat people, that's not acceptable. She was very professional to you. Why were you such a dickwad to her? She didn't say anything wrong. She was straight to the point. Sounds like she's from New York. I could be wrong, but she has kind of that accent. Anyway, that was bad. What I just did was no bueno. But yeah, this officer, this sergeant that he's talking to is just kissing his butt. What is up with that? How about hold people accountable? Hey, sir, this would be a good place to take the ticket. If you don't like your treatment, if you don't like the tickets, the courtroom is the place to deal with this. Not having a massive temper tantrum in the middle of the road.
Frustration.
And I can get the video and I can play it to
I'm
the
going.
mayor. I understand that, but you know, the thing is, I don't take kind of. She knew exactly, because I said to her, I said, yeah, right away. I said, yeah. She's like, yeah, I know. Straight away, writing the tickets. Why?
Well, she's a traffic officer. That's what we do. But I understand.
I understand that's what she do.
Yeah.
It's not what you do, and you know it.
Listen, she has a job to do. I'm not. Listen, I'm gonna look at the video. I understand your concerns. I'm gonna look at the video. I notified everybody in the chain of command right now. That's what I was doing. That's why.
Why? Why are we notifying everyone in the chain of command because some entitled buffoon is having a temper tantrum? Can I get that kind of treatment? Hey, everyone that lives in Minnesota, this is the United States of America. No one is above the law. And sir, you need to check your hanger there while you're open. Everybody in Sarasota needs to have a temper tantrum in the middle of the street for every traffic ticket that they get.
I was not coming here. I thought you were going to meet me at the station, but it's not a big deal. She's going
Zip
right
your
now to
fly,
dock her
dude.
video. Right now, she's going to dock the video. And if there's problems, you will be the first to know.
Well,
and
Oh my
The
God!
difference is,
Why would he be the first to know? He has nothing to do with the chain of command of the police department.
I'll do something about it.
Okay, I understand. Yeah, I'm going to take your complaint, is what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're
That's
gonna
the
do
first
something
step.
about it already.
How can you write a ticket for no registration when you've got the registration? I mean, as if I got.
Because you didn't give it to her. You refused to give it to her. She asked you multiple times. We all saw it. You're such a jerk.
The $150,000 car. I've lived here for
Oh
25
my
years.
God! This guy. Why is he doing this? Why is he doing this? Does he not? He knows there's a camera because he asked the officer if he could turn it off.
Register the car. Why do that?
I understand what you're saying.
Well, you tell me what the point is.
It's just a state statute that she enforces. She's not the only traffic
Would
officer
you
that
give
writes.
a ticket for that?
I really don't leave the office. I understand what you're
No,
saying.
the correct answer is yes, I would give a ticket to that. It's a statute. I just told you it's a statute. Get the money out of your ears and maybe you could hear the words that are coming out of my mouth. Oh, I don't like this man.
I understand you have a video on there, but the fact is, nobody in their right mind would give a ticket for that to me. Nobody.
I understand what you're saying.
Oh my God! I can't take it. I want to go and smack this man right in the back of his head. And I'm a pacifist. He's making me violent.
And you producing it, she probably should have taken that ticket away, but I'm going to find out what exactly occurred.
No! You refused to give her your registration. She asked you multiple times.
Because she had a bee in her bonnet because she thought she was on a big power trip. Guess what? She's been there 7 years. She ain't going to make 8.
Oh, someone's on a power trip. Someone's on a big power trip. And then he's saying she's not going to make it 7 years. Another 7 years. What kind of a... This man, we're going to look...
I'll make sure.
Well, I'll get going
She
on.
ain't.
All right, listen, that's your prerogative. I want to get
This
started.
is not right, Andy.
Okay, I
It's not
understand.
right. You don't treat people that have treated and supported you like that.
I understand where you're coming from. I do.
Bare minimum of respect is yes sir, no sir. Not a word of it. Straight up. Talking to me like I'm a piece of dog. Get back in your car. Which is this? She's standing, she's got a car door open, and I'm leaning against here talking to someone. Okay? So, in case
my
you
God,
get hit
pull
by
up your
traffic.
zipper.
Just being difficult. Okay? Just being cocky.
I understand.
Oh, yeah, someone's
I do
being
understand where
cocky.
you're coming from.
But it isn't. It's a bad interaction.
Yeah, it
It's a
definitely
bad
seemed.
interaction.
It definitely seemed like it was.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, I bet this guy with this attitude has a lot of those bad interactions, and it really has nothing to do with that female police officer.
Is it to come to me and say, you're doing 57, give us your license and your registration? Why get into immediately
She did.
like that?
That's
When
what
she knew
she
exactly-
did. She said you're going 57 and you were on your cell phone. Can I see your license and registration? She asked you for that. You're the one that started with, are you sure you want to do that? Don't point at me.
Who she was talking to. If that's how, no wonder you got people shooting people in Newtown if that's how you talk to people.
All right, Martin, I'll talk to you later.
And writing tickets when someone's actually got the physical stuff, you tell me that's
I understand. I do. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, that was the wrong answer. The right answer would be, you don't disrespect my police officers. You are not above the law. That is not to pander to wealthy, entitled people who tell you how much their car costs and ask for you to turn your camera off so you don't have to get the conversation on a video where we can all watch it and laugh at this balloon juice filled idiot. So now we're going to see what happened.
You threatened her position. Why did you do that?
I tried to bully her. I mean, I'm not proud of it. She knew. And if you watch the video, the other cops, when they came up and said, you know who that is too. And the reason they said that isn't because I'm important, but because they know I've spent hundreds of hours working on behalf of causes for Sarasota Police Department, for its pay.
That doesn't excuse you. If you cared about the Sarasota Police Department, why would you treat one of its officers like that when she was just enforcing the law? Why?
For officers' discipline to help them out. And therein lies the irony. My own son, my oldest son, is a deputy sheriff. And so this isn't a question of Martin Hyde disliking cops. This is a question of Martin Hyde being in a ratty mood.
Maybe Martin Hyde disliking female cops? I mean, the officer that did, the sergeant that told him, she's a traffic cop, she writes traffic tickets. You weren't rude to him. You didn't treat him like a piece of gum on the bottom of your shiny Gucci shoes in your $150,000 car. You maintained a respectful interaction with him. Yes, it was entitled. Yes, you were a jerkwad, but you certainly didn't treat any of the male officers that you interacted with the way you treated that female officer. So what is your problem exactly, Mr. Hyde?
On a Monday morning
Great
and acting in a way
name,
that he regrets. But I am sorry. And I'd like to think that I'll learn from it. I'd like to think other people might learn something from it too. Nobody wants to see themselves in a swimsuit if they're overweight.
Yeah, that's lovely. Let's just, yeah, people learned not to vote for you. That's what people learned. Don't vote for Karen Martin Hyde because there's an entitled Jekyll in there, and all you have to do is catch him on a bad day. Yeah, there's no grace or dignity about this man. He's an entitled buffoon. And I'm just going to go on now before I say something unkind.
And nobody wants to see themselves losing their cool. And I don't know that in isolation, if it wasn't that I was running for public office, that anybody would have any great interest, because it's really a dog chases cat story, except for the political aspect. I think people need to get a little bit of perspective. While I'm sorry.
Actually, there is a whole genre of the YouTube world that reacts to people mistreating police officers. So you would, just by your behavior alone, you could have been some schmo who picked up, bags of dog poo overnight while people are sleeping. I don't know why that popped into my head. Maybe it's because I'm still looking at this guy and I just saw how he treats people. But no, this would have been noticed because of your terrible behavior. It's nothing to do with your political office. And we're talking a lot about you. We're not talking about the police officer. Where's the apology to her? Where is it?
And while I accept that it shouldn't have happened, there are many, many worse things that happen all over the world every single day. And part of
You shouldn't judge me because bad things happen everywhere else. Oh, I don't like this.
the reason I'm running is to make sure that we live in a better world. So I got to do my part, and I accept it.
Okay. I knew there had to be more. People like this, with this behavior, it's not just a one-off. There's more. So I did a little digging for you guys just to wrap this all up in a nice pretty package. Buckle your seatbelts. This is a sports event where some Hispanic, I believe they were Puerto Rican players were invited to come join the other players.
Keep your mouth shut.
What?
Keep your mouth shut.
Mouth shut?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah? Calling the police, bro. We're calling the police. That's racism.
Call the chief of police. She knows.
Yeah?
She
Yeah?
knows.
That's racism, man.
Yeah.
How can you say something like that? Aren't you human? Aren't you human?
Get out.
Aren't you human, man?
It's a private club. Get out.
Aren't you human?
You see, in 2019, here was Hyde being a racist prick. You're telling me to cut grass because I'm a Hispanic, a person on the video says. Hyde first denies on that video that he made the cut the grass comment. You said cut some grass, man, is the response. Yes, so what? Hyde responded to him. Here's the thing. He later admitted his racism. Quote, it was racially insensitive. From the get-go, the temptation is to deflect. It's inappropriate. It's designed to put someone down. Hyde added about the cut the grass comment. I shouldn't be making that kind of comment. It was a stupid comment. Per NBC News, the victim's uncle told the outlet his 15-year-old nephew was invited to play in the Castley International Championship, which was hosted by Bath and Racket Club at the Celsius Tennis Academy in Sarasota. They were practicing and speaking with friends when Hyde committed this heinous act. Another Puerto Rican player who said he was present when Hyde's racism took place at the club alleged Hyde told him to STFU effing a-hole and then allegedly offered him $50,000 in exchange for the video. However, there is even more to Hyde's antics. The Sarasota Herald Tribune published a police report regarding a disturbance between Hyde and construction workers at a site near his home. According to the report, construction workers said Hyde walked onto the site and yelled, "You need to tell your effing Mexicans to turn off their Spanish music." With the recent clips we just played, the video from the traffic stop clearly shows the congressional candidate threatening to end the officer's career with the police department. We're going to make sure that she pays the price for being disrespectful, Hyde said to one of the officers who responded as backup. I think people need to get a little bit of perspective, he said. While I am sorry, and while I accept that it shouldn't have happened, many, many worse things are happening all over the world every single day. And part of the reason I am running is to make sure we live in a better world. Oh! Barf. Is what I say. Yeah, this guy with no authority saying, "Do you know who I am?" would certainly, he would make the world better. A two-time Sarasota commission candidate, Hyde had previously picked up endorsements from the local Police Benevolent Association, but the image of him berating an officer incited heavy criticism from supporters of police. Of note, he has backtracked from reactions to controversy before. During his last run for city commission, Hyde suggested he would drop out of the race after a video went viral showing him berating Puerto Rican teens at the Bath and Racket Club. He ultimately decided to continue his campaign, which he lost in 2019. Maybe to the surprise of absolutely no one, Hyde earned the endorsements of Roger Stone and Michael Flynn.
Here we go.
Knowing his history of tantrums, he's likely saying he's ending his campaign while planning to move forward once everything dies down.
The reason for the stop, you were...
That's it. He's just... the last clip, and I'll post a link to this short video. This guy did an excellent job bringing it all together and showing us who this guy really is. And when someone shows you who they really are, You really need to believe them. This guy is an immigrant. He said he's been here for 25 years. It's beyond me where this entitlement comes from. He thinks he thinks he's better than everyone. He thinks he can judge. He sees a person of color at a sports event, and he doesn't belong here. It's just cutting grass. He's a racist pig. He's a pig. He obviously has an issue with the authority of women. He doesn't like Mexicans. He doesn't like Puerto Ricans. He doesn't like anyone, I guess, who he made a comment about the Russian immigration status of the officer that gave him tickets. Oh, please, people, he's showing us who he is. Let's believe him. I vote for believing him. Anyway, thank you so much. I hope you found this helpful or interesting or entertaining. If you live in Sarasota, oh my God, please don't vote for this man. Have a great day.